Now we'll be learning how to cut suits, continuous collar suit. Please, if you are new to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel, like, share, and subscribe. Now, people do say that suit is very difficult to learn, suit is very difficult to cut, suit is very difficult to sew, but I'll make it simpler for you today. We'll learn how to cut all of this part, the measurements. I'm going to show you what measurements we are using and how to use this measurement to cut a suit today. Let's get started. Okay, this is the measurement. As you can see here, full length is 30 and the balls is 39 and half. Shoulder is 18, sleeve is 24 and half, and round curve we have 15 and half, 14 and 11. So I'm going to show you this round curve, where the 15 and half is going to be, and where the 14 is going to be, and where level is going to be. So I'm going to show you all of this. Now, I showed you earlier that the round curve is 15 and a half. This is where the 15 and a half is going to be. So you know how to measure it. So don't be too big and too half fitting. 15 and a half. Here will be the 14, and here will be the 11. So watch me as I cut all of these parts. Okay, now in cutting suit, you have to first of all cut the back. So you cut the back of the suit first before you start cutting the front. Now, we said earlier that the full length is 30. Okay, so you have to take the full length 30 is 30. Then my allowance I'm adding to it is 2 inch, so making it 32. Okay guys, you may be wondering how does this came in place. Now I'll explain this one after the other. Now this is the full length, set 30, and we added 2 inch to it, which is 32. 32, you can see 32. Now, having gotten that, the normal full length is 30, and your 2 inch, you need to add your 2 inch to it. Remove your 2 inch at the down here. Remember I told you that when you're cutting a suit, you cut the back first. So this is what we are doing. So you remove your 2 inch over here. Then from here, you measure 10 inch for the tearing at the back. So we are not putting tearing at the two edge side, but we're just putting it at the middle at the back. So this 10 inch. Then when cutting a suit, remove 1.5 inch at the edge first. 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, because this you're going to cut this later to extend to this side, and you remove all of here. Then you remove 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch to the end of the suit. This 1 inch down here. Then for the allowance you're going to use to sew later, after you are done cutting all of here out, you want to sew all in later. So this is 1 inch. Add the 1 inch allowance. 1 inch allowance. Depending on what, if you want 1.5, you know how to still cut it. But when you are sewing it, you have to remove that 1.5 when you are sewing it. But me, I'm adding 1 inch to mine, so that the allowance will not be excessive. So 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch down here. Then after you're done removing this 1 inch, then here 3 inch for the neck up here, the back neck, which is 3 inch. The 3 inch, you dip it down a little. You can dip it down with 1.5 or 1.25. So you dip it down. Then from here, which is the shoulder here, up here, but this place should get to where you are cutting it, this extreme end. You understand? So this get to the extreme end. Then this place up here is 2.5 inch. Remember I gave you the measurement before, So if someone is more than, you know that the boss is more than 36 and the shoulder is more than 17, it's always 2.5. But if the person boss is below 37 down, so you can reduce it, start reducing it with quarter, with half inch, just like that. But the lowest you can reduce it to, whether it's a kid, so it's 1.5. So you know how to reduce all of this when you are cutting all of those suits. But for now, using this measurement is always 2.5. 2.5. Then here for the armpit, for the back, is shorter than the front, so you add your 6.5 to it for this measurement. 6.5. Is 6.5. So, and when cutting the boss, use the normal measurement for the boss. Remember, we are going to sew here later at. When you are done cutting it here at, then you sew here later. So now this is where it will start from. My boss is 39.5, so I added quarter to it, making it 40, which is 10. And now when cutting this place, the shoulder should be more than here, at least with quarter away from 1 or 1 inch. Now look at this up here, 12. You can see, right? Look at this up here, 12. You can see 12. You can also see because of that quarter I added, so it extends more than 12. So this is it to know if you are really using the right measurement or if the shoulder collide with the boss. So when cutting the suit, you have to notice all of this. If you know if the measurement you took collide with each other, if you have made a mistake by your measurement, so you will know when cutting the suit. So this is 1 inch down here, so the shoulder cannot be equal with this place because you need to sew later with this allowance out of here. So if you put everything equal, if you sew, there's a possibility that this place will fold inside and it will give you a rightful shape. So you need to slant here in with 1 inch, so that when you are sewing sewing the allowance later, so it will extend to this place and to bring you other shape here. So I added 1 inch to the allowance and I slant it with 1 inch. It's always 1 inch. Say the person is maybe a kid, you can maybe make quarter away from 1 and that, all of that. But this is 1 inch. When slanting, you always want to slant because you can't make it straight. You always want to slant. Except your measurement is not in order or not collide with your shoulder. You will always slant. You will always slant. This remember this 2.5 inch, and you always slant and add your allowance this place to it, make it slanted to 1 inch. Use it. Then here, a bus of 39, 38, 37, and 40 always go with 7, 7.5. 7, 7.5. 40 go with 7.5. Then 37, 38 go with 7. So when you are cutting, you know that this is wrong or this is right. So this is it. This is where it got into. You can see over here 7.5 got into. You slant from here. You always slant here, not here. When you slant here, it's possible that this place will raise up. This steering will raise up. It will not fall down. It will not give the rightful shape. So there's a possibility that you always slant down here. And here should be bigger than here, because not to avoid here going in and here having a flare like a female clothes. So this is not the female clothes. These are a suit. So you are always let here be moderate and curve down here, and here always go up here. These are the shape of suit is. Now this is the back. We are done cutting the back. So this is how to cut the back. This is measurement for the back. So okay, alright guys, I know you've been wondering, you say, this is like a mystery. It's very easy. Look at the shark, scanty and all of that. Make it so easy for you to understand. Now this is now we are done cutting the back, of which we just and now we are cutting the front. This is the front, this is the measurement of the front. Now I'm going to teach you how I did all of this. It's not a magic, so it's very easy for you to understand. So I'm going to explain everything to you in a way that you're going to understand all of this. So now it's very easy. Now take a straight line. This is a straight line. Take a straight line, just straight, very straight, and this is it. So now your normal length, which you have taken before, which is your 30 and a half, 2-inch addition to your 2-inch, 30-inch, then making it 32 inch. Then remove your half-inch at the down. Then the way you did the back, just the same way, straight line, yeah. Then your shoulder, haven't got in cutting, we are cutting continuous collar. Yes, that's what I said earlier. We're cutting continuous collar, and this must be here for it to be called continuous collar. If you are cutting that normal suit, so it should be like this, something like this, and like this. I'm just giving the sketch, something like this. Then you cut here off. See, cut here off, and you must cut here off. Then this one is just, it's not part of it. But now we are not dealing with this right now, but we are dealing with this. We're dealing with this. We're not dealing with this right now, but we are dealing with continuous collar, of which you are seeing here. So this is the measurement I used for this. Do not make it to be too long. Why? Because the shape over here now, it is shaped backwards, it's not relaxed. So that's why I'm making it not too long and too wide, so that here there will not be a disturbance whereby this place will be too wide, so it will be disturbing here. Here will not be relaxed. That's why I make it like this. It should be 4 by 4. When you are done sewing, it will be 3.5, so that 2-inch at least will be at the back, so it will not have disturbance after you are done sewing it. So this 4-inch by 4. Then after then of which you are seeing here now, so you need to put your back, because they have the same length. So you put your back here as this sharp edge, put it down to this point over here, and this your shoulder. Then just do what you did at the back. So just shove this extreme end like this, so to get the shoulder. Then the bust also, shove this extreme end to get the bust. Then this place, this is the line. Before you do that, you need to make sure this line follows suit with this line, this straight line that you made earlier. So this place must follow suit with this straight line, so not to avoid something like this, whereby the shoulder will be this place will now be 2-inch, making it supposed to be 2.5, because you have to make it straight. So to make it 2.5, so to follow with what you have measured here before. So that's that for that. Now we are done with that. Now we are at the down here. This is the down where you remove your 2-inch, your allowance. Then, although some persons want it to curve very well, so we had 3-inch here, 3-inch here, and we'll curve it down to this 3-inch. But me, I prefer my suit should not be too curved, so that when you wear it, you don't look as if I measured 30-inch, but now it's like it's something like I'm sewing for a kid or so. But I need to be have fitting, and it should be matured, so to not curve too much and make it small. So I'll make it, do it as possible, make sure that the suit is well cut and has a good shape that will be admired. So these are to cut it, make sure this piece is not too curved and not too curved to this side, so you have to cut it just this place, cut off this place a little, then here cut here down, so that you will not avoid a mistake later when you are sewing this. So you cut here like this, then down here, down here, down here, down here, down here, and you cut it to this place. So that's how to cut this place. Then when you get in the pocket, for this measurement, you use so when you cut in the pocket, this is it, 9 inch, then 4, this is it, 4 inch. As you can see right, 4 inch. Then the middle is 2 inch. You need to mark the middle, which is this, for you to know that your measurement is a line. When you are done cutting here, getting your pocket over here, which is from this place, after you are done removing your 2 inch, 10 inch, and this line over here, you move your 1 inch. Then from there you get your quarter away from 6. Is it quarter away from 6? Then here should be 1 inch, should not be more than 1 inch or less than 1 inch. When you are to get your center, you know that yes, it's in line with what you have done. But if you see that maybe this place is here and here is here, you know that no, you are far beyond what you are doing. So you should be careful when you are cutting the suit. So this place should either 1 or less than 1 inch. So this is a straight line. So you get it. Now you may be wondering why we do all of this. So this to make it shaping the suit. It should not look as if I'm sewing it for a 90 years old man. So it should something that it's a bit shaping, so to give a good shape to what you are doing. So it's bit shaping here, up down here. So look at it, close to the armpit, shape it down. Then your allowance, you can't use your normal measurement to get your sewing. What if how are you going to drain all of them? So your normal allowance should be like this, 5.5. The reason being that here the boss, I made it wider than this down here, so 5.5. So I will make here wider, which is 6, because it's 6, because here is wider than here and here is smaller than here, because I don't want the pocket to be far back. So that's why I made it here to be smaller than here a little. So I don't want the pocket to go backward. So at least be close to this edge. So not to avoid something like a mistake when you're done sewing it. So this is why I made it like this. You have to slant it down a little, then make it wider, make it smaller with just 1/2 inch. Yes, don't make that mistake. Let it be 1/2 inch. Don't slant it too much. And because of this, that's why I did that. Is something that you have experienced and you want to clarify that doubt. So this is the armpit. You curve it down below where the first armpit gets to at the back. Cut it down a little below. Then not too wide, not too small. So make it moderate. Then you cut it down. Let's say always let all this place, because this is where you're going to sew it past later. So always add all of this to it. Do not cut it to this place. Say material is not enough, so let me just manage the material and cut it down here. No, you add your allowance to it, so you have somewhere to sew later. So this is it. See, nothing much about suit. Suit is just something that you can learn within your convenience. Cut it down, cut it very well, so it is not difficult. Now these are suits in front. So I'm going to quickly show you something. This place, this is why I make it like this. It's better here is longer than it's shorter. So I added my amount because I'm going to cut here out of it later. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to separate it, cut here out, and separate it, cut here out to give the shape, and cut it down here. So to the end, cut it. This is the other one, so I have to remove it. So when we're done sewing, we attach it to it.